few of you caught me, but most of you didn't. In the last video where we ran this amazing Sonicwake V2, I did not take off this rubber protector. This comes on here because this is fairly sharp and it's there just to protect the rudder in shipping. I've had one other boat come with this little protector on it before, and the rudder itself was orange where this was black, and I could easily see the difference. But when we ran this on its first run, I didn't catch that, and we ran the whole thing without taking that off, which means the first run on YouTube didn't take advantage of the dual water cool system, so nothing was getting cooled off. Even though Abby reached in here and touched the motor and it wasn't that hot, nothing was being cooled. The way this works is water gets pushed or sucked up into this with forward momentum into both of these hoses. Then these hoses run in and cool off all the electronics. Guys, the reason boats need a water cooling system is because when you put the lid on here, airflow cannot get in and cool things off like they do on RC cars, trucks, and airplanes, or even drones. So something has to cool this off. We only had a 3 or maybe 3.5 minute run time, and I blamed its high performance, but my guess is in today's video we're going to get a longer run time because things are staying cool. That wasn't the battery life, that was the electronics getting hot. So we're going to test it in today's video, a follow-up to see if we can get a longer run time. But also, as an added bonus, I told you guys we would do a follow-up on this Eachine brushless RC boat with lights. It's actually extremely awesome on paper, but in our maiden run video of this, it took on a lot of water and the electronics got a little bit fizzled and fried. This pulsed, if you remember the maiden video, the motor was pulsing because of all the water it took on. So with a fresh charged battery, we're going to test it and see if that problem is resolved today. So 2 boats in today's video, let's go. Abby, you got a rough idea on time for us? Can you kind of keep track of time a little bit on your camera?
I can do that, yes.
Okay, so I just want to drive this really close to the way that I drove it in the last video, which wasn't full throttle the entire time, but we hit full throttle a lot. And that's exact same batteries. This is driving on 6 cells or 22 volts. That's full throttle. 2 3S batteries at 5,000 milliamps each, running in series. To those of you that are battery nerds like me, we actually love the performance of this boat, you guys. It's absolutely awesome. I like 6S boats. They're almost just perfect. Not too powerful for themselves. I've made a little rainbow kick up, but definitely powerful enough to turn heads and just really have a good time. So I'm gonna just drive this very similarly to the last run video. Should have no problem doing that. I'm so happy to be out here. The wind kind of died down for us right now too. As you can see, it turns really sharp. We did a self-riding test in the last video. This is all about follow-up information for our awesome subscribers and anybody wanting to know info about this boat. Little bird out there just dove down to the lake. That was really cool. A bunch of them actually. Full throttle. To be honest, I think I'm driving this more full throttle now than what I was over at the docks. We're at a different spot today, but it is actually the same lake because it's the weekend when we're recording this, and the boat dock is just really busy right now. So awesome. What do you guys think about just doing a double follow-up video like this? Normally if we do a follow-up, it's only going to be one thing in the video, but I thought we could definitely take care of addressing 2 different things in this video. So let me know in the comments below, what do you guys think about seeing this boat and the other boat in the same video? Abby, I know we both agreed that we liked the blue and white paint scheme.
Right.
But actually, this is just so easy to see on the water.
The blue and white just look like TheRcSaylors.
I know, I know.
You are kicking up a pretty rainbow. I don't know
cool,
if it's catching it on camera.
Let's try to show everyone on camera. Look at that rainbow, you guys. Nope, I didn't see it that time, did you?
No.
There, I saw it out there in the middle of the lake. I keep seeing it occasionally. There it was.
I just don't know if it's showing up for them.
Let's do from 0 to full throttle blast, like pretty hard throttle punch.
Okay.
You want to just kind of cruise it in here a little bit. And then let's go full throttle punch right here.
Don't get me wet.
I love it. It takes, even when you full throttle punch a boat in water, it takes that prop just a second to get in like right where it wants to be. I don't know, it's hard to explain, but it sucks a lot of air at first. If you're just sitting on the water and then you blast it, that was pretty quick actually. But sometimes it'll just get air in there and not be able to perform as efficiently. It's not like an airplane prop where it wants the air. This one's just water. That's pretty impressive. I saw the rainbow too. So already I still feel like we're getting a longer run time.
You're almost at 4 minutes.
Okay, so we're already getting a longer run time and I'm not feeling any weakness. What you were feeling when I handed the controls over to you was like, it was kind of like pulsing the battery, right?
Yeah, and if I remember correctly, I get them all confused sometimes. And it just wasn't as like powerful.
I think it felt like the electronics were cutting out. And I think that's because the ESC, or maybe the motor, was overheating. There, okay, that actually just cut out.
You got about an extra minute, I think.
So that, when you guys witnessed that power just cut out, that was my trigger being held. Now I could still drive it, okay? I'm just letting it sit there. I want to see if it's, I want to drive it just like 30 more seconds to see if it does it again. It probably will. I'll be very careful. I almost hit those weeds there. That's full throttle. So what it's doing is allowing me to still have power to come into shore, but not burn up my battery. So that is a pretty fair run time. And now, guys, we can see, I'm trying to get it in the sun for you, we can see there's actually water in these lines. So it was working properly the way it was supposed to. And we did a TikTok video, or a few actually, that, believe it or not, got millions of views. And in those videos, we ran it properly, but not in our first YouTube video. And it makes me feel stupid, but also I'm a real person and I make mistakes, and I like including those mistakes so that we all learn from them.
We don't sugarcoat or edit much out at all.
Here we go. And what we're doing now is our TheRcSaylor water test. I know we didn't flip it at all, but we want to see if there's any water in there.
Touch it this time.
Probably feels pretty cool, right?
It's cooler than the last time.
Yeah, okay. That's because it's getting water in these lines and keeping everything nice and cool. That's the way it's supposed to work. So we do get a longer run time.
Oh, and still no water.
Right, no water in there. That was a longer run time and things are cooler. That's the way it's supposed to be ran. So now let's do a quick follow-up on the little Eachine budget boat. Actually, this one does not make you. The pulsing is gone, so that could have been low battery, but also... Okay, let's get it in the water. That's self-righting for boats that don't have the chamber, the water chamber built in. Now comparatively, this is much slower than that boat, but this is still very impressive for its price. Very impressive for its price.
And its size.
And its size too. We love little brushless boats around this size and for the amount of money too. Now I've got to be careful because I don't have another recovery boat, so hopefully I don't get stuck in the grass.
Oh jeez.
I have a feeling the water seal is better on this run, but I'm still worried about the damaged electronics. So this boat needed a follow-up. I was just going to take it out and run it and give you guys a follow-up in the comments section, but I thought, you know what? I think we can double up with our awesome big boat and let everybody see it running again.
Take it out of the water right now and see if it pulses.
Good, okay, let's do it. That's been full throttle, just so you guys know. Did you see the water shooting out the side? Okay, this will destroy the theory. Some people think that the boat has to be moving forward to get water to suck up in.
Not this one, at least.
Well, at least this one. So the theory should be similar with a lot of boats. See, water still shoots out the side. I'm not saying you should sit there and do that all the time.
This one doesn't have the...
It has a hose. Different. It has a hose right there. But in the other boats, there's holes in the bottom of the rudder.
Yeah.
So is this being pushed because of the prop to get the water up in there?
Probably.
Or is it forward momentum and the motion of the prop? You guys let us know. So let's see. Well, obviously we don't have a pulsing motor right now. So that's a good sign. And my guess is it's not going to be holding water like the last run did. Now, let's see. I know we didn't do a full run on this, but the big thing was motor pulsing. My guess is that's a sign of a low battery. And if you guys can see in here, and believe it or not, I still had some water in here from the last time I ran it. I don't think we've taken on any water. Now, this is a double I'm stupid kind of video. I think the last time I ran this, and I'm just being honest with you guys, we all make mistakes. I think what I did was I took this top panel, that foam was blocking that hole there, so I put this in the top panel and I got it on here like that. And you notice that tab is not in the bottom tab, it's in the top hole right there. Then I took this one and I jammed it into place. I remember doing that. And I think that did not create a very good water seal. So this time we've got it in that lower hole, which was blocked by the foam in all fairness. Okay, then you click it all into place.
Boat
and
week,
then you
more
put,
like dumb week.
More like Nate choked week. Okay, let's go upside down again. Back, forward, just rock it over. And I'm actually going to tell you guys right now, because of my stupid mistake, that probably made this boat look a little bit worse. But that's why we have honesty on our channel. We do follow-ups when there's a need to do follow-ups. And let's just run this for a couple solid minutes here and see if we can get a low battery. Maybe when that battery gets low, it'll start to pulse. Okay, we also have lights on here. Very hard to see in this bright daylight, but I have it on the blinking now on the back. Can you guys see that? The very back corner of that boat is blinking red, and it is on that side too. I love the blinking lights. I was hopeful that this boat was going to be good, and you know what? We all make mistakes that most of us are unwilling to admit that we made. But I have for 10 years been making mistakes and been very willing to share those mistakes with everyone that watches, so we all know we're not alone. And I think that's
It's okay to admit that you're not perfect. It's okay to admit if you do something wrong. It's okay to say you're sorry if you do something wrong.
Yeah.
The point is you got to admit to it so you can grow as a person.
Well, thanks, Abby.
I love you.
Yeah, I love you. Okay, so after we've gotten past that little bit of corniness, we're just blasting this boat to try to drain the battery. I'm going full throttle. I can tell it's getting low. I can definitely hear it. It's lower. I didn't come out here. I charged this battery like a couple days ago, so it's not like a completely topped off battery. No, that's never a good thing to do, but it's still a fully charged battery just after sitting for a couple of days. You can hear it. It's getting lower. So guys, are we going to have a pulsing motor? It could have just been pulsing because it got soaked with water. I think this boat deserves every bit of this follow-up, and maybe we'll see it featured on Boat Week 2 or 3 of the RC Sailors. It's very rare for us to do a single follow-up video like this. Usually with boats, we just have an actual boat week. And last year, we did the most boats that we've ever done on our channel. I think we did 4 or 5 boat weeks. We've already got 1 boat week under our belts for the year, and I am so excited for Boat Week 2. We've already got probably the coolest fleet of RC boats anyone has ever seen, and they're all new and they're all ready to go for Boat Week 2. We're just waiting on warmer weather so we can enjoy some sun. Okay, it's definitely getting low. Let's bring it in. Throttle off so we don't hurt our prop. Got a little bit of stuff we're dragging there.
You still left your lights on flashing, so that's
okay.
why those are doing that, just for the people at home.
And then you can do solid lights too if you want.
Just because, you know, like with drones and stuff, flashing lights was like a low battery indicator. No,
that's just a fun setting you can put it on. You can do all on, or you can do all off. So let's throttle. We shouldn't do this much out of water. I'm not getting any pulsing. Let's do a quick follow-up water test.
Now that it's on correctly.
Now that it's on correctly. And Abby, There's a little bit of water in there, but I'm telling you, that's probably the water from my previous run. What I tend to do, guys, is I will obviously drip out as much water as possible after a run, and then if I have a nice warm day, I'll let these sit out in the driveway for half a day and let the sun just evaporate whatever water is in there, taking the batteries out, of course. Usually that gets them bone dry. But because it's been so cold, I've just been this has just sat like in our basement, and not all the water has evaporated out, sitting next to the dehumidifier. So there's still a little bit of water left in this one, but this is better, much better than that first run. So hopefully a lot of you guys watch this and can see that. It's linked in the description box below. Buy that one. Really, if your budget allows for it, something like the Sonicwake V2 is absolutely amazing. Just cream of the crop. But if you're wanting to try RC boats and give them a run and see if you like them, something like this is actually really awesome. Huge price difference, but a huge performance difference too. They're both linked in the description box below. I'm grateful for the opportunity to get in front of the camera, eat crow, and just have follow-ups, even when they are my mistake or maybe something blows up on an RC. We like doing follow-ups, and hopefully you guys appreciate that. And for that, and this beautiful day, and just another day of being alive, I thank God. Also, a massive thanks to our Patreon supporters. We couldn't do what we do as often as we do without your support, and it means the world to us. We'll have another awesome RC boat video popping up right about now. Thanks for watching. We'll see you there.
Bye!